I feel like there's got to be a 5-second racist rule.
5 second.
Unless it's a word.
Yeah.
I feel like if you can drop a cookie and eat it after 5 seconds, I can do what I just did for 1.5 seconds.
Or if it's one word, but you take 5 seconds to say it.
Do you remember that MTV show where the parents had a black light and they go in their like teenage son's room and like blacklight the room and see where all the cum was? Do you remember that?
What was it called? Pimp My Cum or something?
No, there was a show where they did that.
I don't remember that. That was the whole show? Or
I don't remember. I just remember it was a big part of the show and it became like a meme in culture. Blacklighting just became like what MTV show did they use a blacklight to find semen in teenagers' rooms? I heard 178 reality shows. Yeah, okay, so MTV popularized the use of a blacklight to look for semen on bed sheets. What was the fucking...
Room Raiders.
Room Raiders. What a weird...
So what was the point? They just like were shaming people?
I was just thinking about this when I woke up this morning.
Wait. Oh, this is hard times. Okay, never mind.
No, yeah, but it was the Room Raiders. It was. They hung out. Yeah, it was like their mom and their girlfriend, and these guys would just raid your room. They'd put you people in a van, and then they'd raid your... We got to do a reaction to this eventually. I was just woke up thinking about this, and I was like, why did they do that?
Should have called it Cum Raiders.
Cum Raiders. Welcome to MKUsual.
Welcome to MKUsual. It's like MKUltra, but more normal.
It is, what do you call this? Open mic Saturday?
Skipped a few syllables.
Oh man, my pen is broken. Why does this always happen? Do you have any?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of pens here.
Get that thing on me.
Pathetic. Open mic Saturday. It's when we look at the open mics we forced ourselves to do. Critique ourselves. We might have an exercise later in the show that you can play along with at home. Or you can teach yourself a thing or two. Do you have anything to say before we get started?
No.
All right.
I think we should all go together on this one.
All go together?
Yeah, we should embark.
All right.
In this mystery.
No cum involved. Well, there might be a little bit.
No cums were harmed in the filming of this open mic.
We're going to start out with Nick's open mic this week. As you know, this segment is the spiritual successor to Tickle Nick, the longest running comedy podcast in the world, most successful. Tickle Nick had to be shut down after Nick's controversial statements at Madison Square Garden. It wasn't reported on a lot, but after Tony Hinchcliffe got off stage, Nick just went up and just went, oh, for like 10 minutes straight.
Domo arigato.
He just did shit like that.
Yeah.
So Tickle Nick got canceled.
Crushed, I will say, but
we still have open mic Saturday.
They put my neck on the chopping block.
Yeah.
All the people laughing.
Saki loved it.
Not funny. Yeah.
I wonder if I can get canceled for that 2 seconds that I did. I feel like there's got to be a 5-second racist rule.
5 second rule?
Unless it's a word.
Yeah.
I feel like if you can drop a cookie and eat it after 5 seconds, I can do what I just did for 1.5 seconds.
Or if it's one word, but you take 5 seconds to say it. It's like you say it at like 25% speed. You might be able to get away with it. I don't know. I feel like we're going to go, like, the pendulum's going to swing all the way to, like, you have to get canceled to get, like, you have to, like...
Yeah, it's going to be like a rite of it.
And then...
It's going to be like an ego death type thing.
Yeah, and then it's going to, eventually it'll, like, settle somewhere in the middle.
A shamanistic ritual.
Yes.
All right. Nick's open mic set.
Here we go.
Let's go. Diving in. 1, 2, 3.
Works here. Give it up for Nick Damoni!
Turn it up so you can get all the laughs.
Once again. Oh, we'll have it up.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, How we doing, comedy club? 20th birthday? You want to guess what I did on my 20th birthday? Drank White Russian till I pissed myself. That's not a joke. That's who I am as a person. It's fun. I don't know. If you got the rest of your night ahead of you, you can do whatever you want. I'm a year sober. I quit drinking a year ago. Me and the Johnson County Corrections, we did it. Take about 50% of the credit for that. Yeah, when you get arrested for a DUI, don't say the phrase, the monopoly of violence. Cops don't like that. I didn't do anything, to make it worse, but I did run my mouth a little bit. I spent 30 days in jail. Have you ever read 1984? Anybody ever read 1984? Yeah. You ever read it in jail? It's humiliating. I don't know. You're nice. You're a fun table. Have you ever thought about what your death row meal would be? Yeah? What would it be? Are you doing okay? The statute of limitations run out? Yeah, you don't have to talk about it. What would it be?
Probably like pork steak, mashed potatoes, and
Okay, nice home cooked. Yeah. Eileen Warnos, she had a cup of black coffee. That's fucking demented, but I thought about mine. I think about death. My dad was a mortician, that's why I think about death a lot. Mine would probably be a big, thick, juicy, double bacon fur burger. Am I right, Lisbo? That's just fun for me. I apologize. I'm gonna do a quick impression. This is a guy who's 50% misogynistic. Hey, baby, nice hit. I'm gonna get up here.
Hell yeah. All right, guys.
Great. I was right off the side there. I actually saw this live. Great set. You had so much energy. Some of this was the same as last week, but you just sold it more. You had so much energy. You connected with the audience. You were like knocking these jokes. It seemed off the cuff, that illusion of like off the cuff, or maybe it was. Go ahead.
Well, it's like it took your advice from last week and just like imagined going up there with a bunch of things in my pocket instead of planning a set.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't know. A lot of people have said have given me notes that it comes across as conversational, or that it's the way I present doesn't. It makes me feel awkward setting up and anticipating a punchline. Because I don't feel like I know how to sell that yet. So, I don't know. I also don't have enough confidence in my writing I don't know.
Well, I thought it was.
I don't know.
Well, this is why we're on this journey.
Yeah.
We're trying to grow. The Monopoly of Violence line hit way harder. I've always thought that was hilarious. I remember you telling me that in private or whatever. And that's just hilarious.
Just a true thing.
Well, it literally is true. And there's something about anyone who knows what that means. It's kind of like a libertarian phrase. Yeah. Or not really. It's kind of like a governmental theory that the government has a monopoly on violence.
Yeah. I started reading anarchism, political philosophy when I was in my 20s, and that's how I came to it. Softened it up a little bit.
To say that during a traffic stop. It's true.
It is.
But it's so funny.
And if you don't know that comes from a foundation and a philosophy and a belief system, then it's it comes from a the standpoint of nonviolence. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, to me that will always be funny.
And the way you delivered that was hilarious. And just the vision of somebody saying that during
In
Travis
handcuffs.
office. So yeah, this is a monopoly of violence. It's like that succulent Chinese meal guy. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Me lord.
Yeah, personal hero.
The way you delivered the 1984 line was perfect. It was just like bam, bam. That's what that joke should be.
Yeah.
This was a good speed for you because you have a lot of like kind of one-liner-ish stuff.
Yeah.
So this was a good energy, a good speed, and you used up the whole 3 minutes, pretty
Yes.
much. So I don't know, and even the one tit hit harder with more energy. A nice tit.
Yeah.
The new addition here was your death row meal.
Yeah. I did that joke on Tuesday, and it went better than it had in the past because I just like leaned in it, and I feel like if I single someone out, then it's like I just call a woman a lesbian who's probably not a lesbian.
That was so funny. That's where I was going with this.
It was
the
nice
fur burger, and then you just like hit a random audience member with lesbos.
It was the birthday girl,
and they were just like, "What?"
they were like,
And it was very funny.
a nice Christian group,
Yes.
and they were out for a good time. Yeah.
But that's funny too because your cadence this week, like more pepped up, and like that made that funnier because it was almost like you were like sliding it in,
Yeah.
like before you moved to something else, which makes it even funnier to like just call somebody gay randomly. You're like, and you're gay anyway. You want to see an impression, like, and it just. I don't know. I thought overall very well. I think you can expand the death row meal thing. You said that thing about Eileen Warnos. Got to laugh.
Yeah.
You should look into some last meals.
I have.
I call
looked at a
this
couple.
fake crowd work.
Yeah.
I call-
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a more professional term for it. I call it fake crowd work when a comedian asks a question. It doesn't fucking matter. You're getting their participation just to get their participation.
Yes.
And you're going to tell the same joke anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I consider that. But you can expand, I think, maybe if you want to, on different people's death row meals.
It's like a softball kind of crowd because it is rhetorical. It doesn't matter what they say, unless they say something interesting or like funny that I can work with, and
Yeah.
but otherwise it doesn't.
Also, yeah, you could always make a crack at anything anybody says because there's no right answer.
Yeah.
Pizza. Oh yeah, you're greasy. I tried to make a crack, as you'll see at this lady's crowd work. We can talk about it later, but overall, I mean, I'd like to know your thought. I thought it was just great.
I had fun doing it, and I went.
You looked like you had fun.
I went into it, like I said, just imagining I had stuff in my pocket to work with. I always have jokes that I'm comfortable with to fall back on. I'm doing it as an exercise for this, and also just to I'm leaning more into the crowd work. I never felt confident doing that, but if I do it in that way, where it's like the underhanded, it starts to train the muscle of doing it, blah, blah, blah. I appreciate the positive feedback.
Yep, you killed it.
If I don't get that, I shrivel up inside and die.
Damn. All right. Well, now I feel like I have to. All right. Any final thoughts on yourself?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
All right. We'll move on to me. This is the first week I wrote a couple jokes. First week I had no jokes. Last week I had one joke. This week I have like 3 jokes. So I'm getting better.
I didn't write any new jokes, so
Yeah, but All right. 3.
we're on different journeys.
We're on the same. We're driving this MKUsual thing off the Grand Canyon. Dennis's open mic in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys, and your next guy, let's give it up for Dennis Cheney!
That's your name. That's cool.
It's crazy.
All right.
Your last meal, pork and mashed potatoes with green beans? I saw numerous people in this room go, what the fuck? You gotta go a little. That's just not extravagant. I bet you're easy to please. I bet you're a nice person. Hey guys, Nick's 1 year sober, right? And I am 18 months sober. Right? And I quit smoking 3 days ago. And I get my degree from DeVry University in 1 week. And I got engaged to my high school sweetheart this morning. And I'm training, and I lost 50 pounds. Yeah, I fucking beat the fuck out of your applause breaks, bro. You got shit on the shit I can stand up here and lie about. Any of you come up here bragging about your life, I'll fucking destroy you. Alright, but for real though, I am having a really bad week. For 4 days, I was kidnapped, locked in a basement, sexually abused and tortured. And nobody will do anything about it because it was done by a very prominent person in the Kansas City area. I'm not going to say Andy names, but he might be someone you would read about in the sports papers. Yes, I did just accuse Randy Reed of heinous sex crimes.
I've been there.
Yeah. You guys like music? Yeah. You know, air guitar. Air guitar is the coolest instrument to air play. You ever seen air saxophone? It doesn't look good. It's just. It's more of a visual gag. I wrote down. It's probably isn't very good, but I'll just say it. The hardest part of shitting your pants is doing the crowd work afterward. I went to a concert last month, and the band had two drummers with their own. What do you think the politics is inside that band between those drummers? You think it's pretty tense knowing you could be replaced by the guy's other foot? I bet they bully each other. I bet hey, I'm the lead drummer in this band. You're just the rhythm drummer. That's my favorite joke that I wrote for this set. Do you ever think the guy who invented the blues got pissed off that every blues song afterwards was the same song? Every type of music is different. Rap is the only type of music where you can talk about how good you are at the music while you're doing it. Oh shit, I'm getting the light. Okay, love you guys, bye. I did go over.
Did you?
Yeah, I was getting the flashing. Otherwise, I would have probably finished that idea. But to be honest, I didn't really have an idea at the end there. It was, I'll let you start, I guess.
Well, what would the end of that, what would the joke be?
Well, that one I was just gonna riff. I was thinking about how in rap, they talk a lot about how good they rap.
God, they literally say they're gods and
Yeah, but you can't really do that in other types of music.
Yeah,
It was more like a half-baked idea that if I had time left, I was gonna riff on. But I didn't feel strongly enough about it.
I like the premises.
The blues was kind of the same idea, and then I have this whole other. But yeah, I really fizzled there at the end. But I was pretty happy that I got all the way to the 3 minutes with new shit.
Those are all.
Yeah.
Jokes. Yeah,
I think I'd done the two drummers one other time before. And I may have done air saxophone before. I just think that that's funny. Although, Sorry, go ahead.
Like air clarinet. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I think of other air things, but this is the one I'm proudest of this week is the Andy Reid sexually assaulting me in his basement joke. I'm gold starring that one for myself.
That was personal favorite. That's definitely like a good single off that album. It's like a good joke start to finish. My favorite deep cut was the hardest part about shitting your pants is doing the crowd work after.
Yeah. I kind of messed that up because I meant to be doing the fake crowd work.
Oh.
When I asked that, like anyone here ever shit your pants?
Yeah.
And then I was gonna be like, hey, you know the hardest part of your pants is doing crowd work. But
it works.
It works either way.
It works either way.
Okay. There's something else that
You could be doing it and then say that joke in the middle, or say it and then like, so anyway, has anybody ever flown on an airplane? Then you can like
the shit your pants. I'm gonna be honest. The shit your pants thing. When I got into work, I took out a notepad and I thought I was gonna have a significant time to write, and I wrote down the hardest part of shitting your pants, and it was. And honestly, it's pretty hacky, but like I wrote that down and then I was like, this has been, then I got super busy. I had stuff to do. People were talking to me. I helped someone else write some jokes and like did some other business. And then like when it was time to go up, I was like, I'm doing something with that. I was like, I have to do something with that. And that's where the crowd work idea came from. I appreciate that you appreciate that. I'm going to figure out a way to make this 2 drummers thing work. Every time I do it, there's... 2 drummers I'm gonna mark as it's gonna make a comeback in this segment.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a 2 drummers joke that hits.
What was the band that had 2 drummers? Or was that just a...
Was it Modest Mouse? You went to that concert.
It was Modest Mouse
and
yeah,
Pixie.
Yeah,
I think that's where I got the idea.
Yeah. I was seeing a band I like has 2 drummers, and it's like 2 drum sets and they face each other. So it's like...
Yeah, that's cool. I just think it's funny because it's such an unnecessary, I mean, I don't know. To me, it seems like a lot. It's just all more noise.
And they literally play the same beat. Like it's supposed to just like double the sound to make it a fuller percussive thing, but they're literally like in time.
You could be replaced with a pedal.
Like literally, I don't know, whatever.
I'm just happy that I put more effort into this week, and I consider it a win for the week.
It's a big dub.
And the biggest win was destroying you with applause breaks.
That was also funny.
That was my biggest win.
Did you just riff? Did you just...
I mean, that was obviously riffing. Yeah. But that was... We were talking about in the lobby, a friend of ours, she had got up, and she doesn't get up very often, and she came out and she was like, I got 2 applause breaks. And I was like, what are the applause for? And she said, well, I quit smoking. And I said, well, yeah, everybody's going to get an applause for that. And then we were joking around about just burying somebody in applause breaks. And I actually didn't see the first minute of your set, but I knew that based on the material you were doing about like 1984 that you had said you were a year sober. Okay. So I decided to bury you. Overall, I give myself 3 stars out of 10. But yeah. All right.
You'd be nice.
Do you have any final thoughts? I like this segment, dude. No. This segment really motivates me. It really motivates me to do a little bit better or do a little bit something extra every week.
Well, it's like putting skin in the game. It's like there's something to lose or gain, the glory or the fucking defeats are. It's
easy to bow out or not go up or half-ass it in an open mic when there's nobody there. I mean, this week, literally, we were talking about how bad the audience was last week. This was the same number of people. Maybe less.
Right.
There was literally 1 table that was there for a birthday, and that was the entirety of the civilian population.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I've been guilty of it in the past, but now it annoys me when people are like, "Oh, this fucking crowd sucks. My open mic, you know." It's like, why do that?
I think it's okay to acknowledge, like, "Whoa, rough one tonight. These guys are," but to like bitch about it is really cringe, and it's like, dude, that's what it is. That's what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Objectively, most open mic audiences fucking suck. Objectively, most bar shows suck. Objectively,
Right.
you know.
This is not the fucking Apollo. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't.
But hey, that's how you get stronger, though, in my opinion. One way you get stronger
Right.
is to perform in front of smaller, like
Yeah.
harder crowds, later crowds. Okay, so here we're gonna do it. We're gonna try at the end of this. Oh, and if you want your stuff to be reviewed by us on this segment, if you're watching and you do open mics, whether you're from Kansas City or anywhere else, comment below. We'll reach out. We'll get in touch. We'll figure out a way, and then send us, like a 2 or 3. I'd say 2 to 5, maybe
5 or
2 to
less.
5 or less. Yeah, 5 or less is a good rule, and we'll review it. So I want to try a real quick exercise, a comedy exercise. On
Also, comment below if you want us to come to your bedroom with a black light and investigate your semen.
That's our thing now. MTV doesn't do that anymore. That's our thing. We're taking it back.
Anyway.
I want to do an exercise since we both were talking about like crowd work and winging it and having stuff in your pocket. I'm going to pull up a truly random. Wikipedia lets you search one random page in all of Wikipedia, all of the encyclopedia. You can click a button. I have it right here, and it will take you to a random Wikipedia. It's called Wikipedia Roulette. So I'm going to click it, and we're going to roast, not that. I just hit the next button. Okay. I'm just going to hit it, and we're going to roast whatever we get. Or we're going to do crowd work with it. Okay.
Improvised comedy.
And we're going to do improv. God damn it. My arch nemesis. I hate improv. Okay. No, uh-oh. It's an African country. Can we do this? Hold on. Nankamba is a town and municipality in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa.
Oi, brew. God, I need oh, fuck. This is bad.
This is why we do it, to get stronger. Next.
Namkamba.
What? No, you can't just give me places.
This is boring.
It can't just give me places. Hold on a minute. I'm going to random Wikipedia proper. Not this bullshit. Fucking. It's a Warakri Eco Sanctuary. Is a wildlife sanctuary within a predator-proof fence at Cape Farewell, New Zealand. Here's the problem, I gotta learn about these things. I was hoping to give you some shit.
That's where you should have been, so Andy Reid didn't capture and violently abuse you.
Arkwright, Alabama. Why is it always places?
Oh, there we go. What was that?
I was hoping we'd get like carrots. Maybe I'm just a stupid. Hey, simple Wikipedia. Wikipedia for stupid people, right?
There we go.
Simple English Wikipedia, random. Random simple English Wikipedia. All right, here we go. God damn it. Took us to the page for random. Here we go. Special brand. There we go. Boom. Larry Cahan. Canadian professional ice hockey player. Oh, we're going to torch your ass, Larry Cahan.
Hank. Hank sounds like a...
His nickname was Hank.
Sounds like a Canadian word for beating it.
Look at this square head motherfucker. Oh, shit.
He's got...
Okay, this guy looks like a real man, if I'm being honest.
His eyebrows.
That's what a real man looks like.
His eyebrows are in a perpendicular line with his nose. His eyebrows are parallel to his face.
He looks like Clark Kent.
That two eyebrow having son of a bitch.
He looks like Clark Kent. He looks like all of our proverbial grandfathers.
Rescue me from a fire, and then I'd kiss him on the cheek.
This is why our grandmas had 8 kids.
Yeah.
Larry Cahan.
Dude, he was spraying huge loads. Not like a lot, just like big, like tadpoles.
His
like-
sperm are big. I have big sperm.
Looks like he has big sperm. Did he play in? Oh, he
You don't need a black light to see mine, baby. He played in Canada.
and the Rangers. I see.
God damn it! This just became a learning session about Larry Cahan. Played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, New York Rangers.
Born on Christmas.
Born on Christmas.
Died 1992. Dang, how old was he? Not that old. Not even
89. Oh, not that old.
60 some. Not even
Yeah.
60.
Well, when you live like Larry Cahan every day to the fullest, 60 years is a lot.
Damn, he played for
All
everybody.
right.
Well,
All right. I don't know how that went.
your face is square shaped. You have Canadian hack.
Call me.
It's like hacking the. I don't know.
Yeah. The old puck jockey.
Not you, Daisy. Your face is cute and wrinkly.
Well, I think that might be that. I think that might be open mic Saturday.
So Mike
Did some
Saturday.
improv on Larry Cahan. Sorry about that.
Comment below. You can't win. Like this is okay. I say
Can't win
this
them
a lot.
all.
The Beatles wrote "I Am the Fucking Walrus" and we're like still considered one of the greatest bands of all time. That
You don't
song-
think I Am the Walters is a great song?
dog shit?
Just kidding. Obviously, it's dog shit.
They wrote a bunch of really
Yeah.
dog shit songs, yet still get the fucking. So you know, all I'm saying is we are the Beatles of the Kansas City open mic.
All I'm saying is I'm Paul McCartney. He's John Lennon.
Daisy is a.
You're a good Ringo. Or something.
I was gonna say the guy that shoots. What's that
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
name?
Is that guy Hinckley? No, that's the guy who shot Reagan. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in.
Comment your sets below. Get in
Comment if
touch.
you want us to do your stuff
yeah.
below or link a set.
Yeah. We
Peace.
love you.
We love you. Peace out. Bye.